Hi, in this video, we will see how to work with quizzes. To get started, click on the products and select your desired product. Then you will see quizzes option. Click on it. If you haven't created any quiz inside this product, you will see the option to create your first quiz. So, click on it. Then you will see a new screen. Give a nice title to your quiz. I will just use social media quiz. And then you have the option to attach this quiz to a section. So, what I want to have my quiz on the last section, that provides a summary of everything. So, I will choose this one. And if you want, you can also create a separate section for your quiz. Then you have visibility option. So, we have two options here. One is always show on the page. What it means is that when you open this particular section, the quiz will be available there. Or you can also choose the second option. What it means that the quiz will be available only when this particular section has been marked completed. Note that the second option will only works when you have enabled the progress tracker. So, I will leave it that option. The next option is the randomize the questions order. Basically, it is a nice way to create the uniqueness in your quiz, and the questions will be randomized, and it will not appear in the same order to all of your students. You can enable this if you want. Then we have the time-limited quiz option. This is a really nice feature if you want your student to complete the quiz in a given time. So, if you enable this, you have an option to set the time limit in minutes. For example, you might select 30 minutes, and a student will have to complete the quiz in 30 minutes. And once the quiz is started, it cannot be stopped. Then, we have the reattempts allowed option. So, it depends upon you. If you want your students to reattempt the quiz, then you can enable this option. Then you have how many reattempts are allowed option. If you leave the input as blank, it means they can reattempt the quiz as many times as they want. Then we have the option to set the interval between reattempts. You can set this in how many number of days you want. So if I want my students that they cannot reattempt the quiz before a week, so I will type 7 here, which means a week or 7 days. After that, we have the start screen of the quiz, so when the quiz is started, you can customize the message. It is a good way to describe what a student can expect in the quiz, or you can also provide the instructions. We have already provided some default text that is very generic, and you can also go with this. After that, we have the result screen. On this screen you can display the score that your student has made in the quiz. Or if you want to take your student to anywhere else, you can also do that here. When you are done, just hit the save button. Once you have created the quiz, you will be taken to the question screen. From here you can add multiple questions to your quiz. So let's add our first question. Click on this button. And then type your question here. So, for sake of this video, I will just type which of these is not a social media platform. Then you need to add some options for the question. I will just type some of the social media platforms here. And if you want to add more options, just click on the Add New Option button. So as you can see, I have added 4 options, and then I need to select the correct answer. So I will select Forbes as the correct answer. And if you want to add more options, you can that by clicking on this button. And if you want to remove an option, you can do that by clicking on this cross button. There is also one more option, which is the randomize the options order. Instead of displaying the options as the exact same order, you can display them randomly, so you can enable it if you want. Now just hit the save button to add the question. If you want to add more questions, just click on the add question button and enter your question. I will just type a simple question here. And then I will leave it to the yes as a correct option. I will also enable the randomize options order and hit the save button. So, in this quiz, we have 2 questions. And let's see how they will look like on the front end. So I have created an account for a user and logged into this account. We know that this quiz is available in the last section. Now I will scroll down, and here is our quiz. I will click on this button. It shows our first screen, and you can see it is showing my name here as I logged in as Fraz Ahmed. As I have added the member name shortcode, let me show you how it looks like. It is a really good way to personalize a message. Now you can click on the Start button to start this quiz. One thing to note here, that these two buttons, or even take the Quiz button, they are automatically translated based on the language that you choose inside the ProductDyno. So, click on the Take Quiz button again. Then I will hit the Start button. The quiz is now started, and you can see the timer is on. So, let me show you. Even I close this quiz, and close this tab as well. And reopen this tab again. And start my quiz again. You can see the timer is not reset, because we have enabled the time-limited quiz. So, let's choose the answer for this question. If I choose the correct answer, and hit the Next button, we come to the second question. Let me choose a wrong answer for this one, and hit the Next button. Now here is my score, which is displayed on the last screen. You can see it is showing my score as 50%. So this is how quiz works. We can close this. Now you can see there is an option to reattempt the quiz, and my score. So, let's go back to our product, and click back to Manage Product. And here if you click on Members, you will notice we have an additional column for the score, and it shows the performance of your students based on how they are performing. Even if you click on the Advanced Filters, you will see score options here as well, and this allows you to filter your top performing students or underperforming students very easily. We have a minimum and maximum filter option. So for example, if you want to see all of your students who scored at least 40%, then you can filter that. Or you want to see the students who scored between 40% to 80%, you can filter them as well. So, this is how you can use the quiz to evaluate the performance of your students. This is all for this video, and I will see you in the next one.